Hello Pisces, and welcome to your Zodiac Weekly Reading. My name is Jessica and I am bringing you a beautiful new format that I'm really excited to share. So a few changes to my channel. We are going to be doing a weekly zodiac so that you can look up your sun, moon, and rising, so you can get more of a more personalized reading experience. Also, I am going to be doing my goddess reading, but instead of doing a daily, I'm going to just do a beautiful weekly one, as well as the addition of a god reading, so that we can tap into that divine masculine energy and have the balance of the two. I just really felt like that was missing. So the other thing, a surprise, is we're going to do a pick a card reading that's going to be, of course, various different themes depending on what messages are coming through, like love, heartbreak, or twin flame reading. So make sure to check those out so that you can tailor your experience to what messages are for you a little bit more specifically. So I'm very excited about those changes and I look forward to you joining me. Let's get started into your reading, and we're going to start with the overall energy for the week and see what messages, of course, with tarot that can assist you in what messages are coming through. So this one is Moonlight Goddess, Repressed Emotions, Healing, and Reflection. And that is really beautiful. Moonlight Goddess, we've got a new moon coming up this weekend, and so I believe that energy is really coming forward to what we're creating for this next lunar cycle. So this is your higher self or your future self with a message for you. And this is the Unseelie Queen, glamour, opulence, and hubris. So let's go to your guides, your gods, goddesses, and as well as your angels and devils and demons, all the energies of the basket that, so I felt that one, that surrounds us, of all the energies that support us in this journey of expansion. And so we're going to tap into those energies and what messages are for you this week. And the overall energy is power over difficulty, reclaiming your power. So last but not least, we are going to do something that's hidden, and or something that we don't want to look at or see, and it's just kind of there, and it's the message is to take a look at this and how we can either create action or different answers for us to deal with the message that is that one right there is coming through. So parental care. So some of you may be dealing with some familial issues, and that could mean many different things. So let's go to tarot to define each of these energies and messages a little bit more clearly right there. So we've got the Six of Cups already, families, popping up, the Chariot, Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. So you get 4 today on this side. Let me move these a little bit. I'm already hearing the messages pretty loudly with all of this. All right, your higher or future self, what messages do you have for Pisces? Right there. Bottom, Nine of Cups. Top, Ace of Wands. Right there. We've got the Ten of Cups, bottom. We've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, and your guides, goddesses, our basket of celestial energy. We've got the Ten of Wands. Right there, these three right there. Oh yeah, and that one. So we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Knight of Cups. And we're gonna add this one, which is, I'm feeling this one belongs with the Ten of Wands. So that one's gonna be grouped right there. Parental care, what messages do we get? So Three of Pentacles, the top, Five of Pentacles in reverse. All right, Hierophant, right there. Six of Swords. Okay. All right, we've got just a few adjustments to be made so that I can see these clearly. Got some hammering going on. All right, so your overall energy for this week is definitely some repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. And I'm having this feeling that this is there's some attention that belongs to family, going to your roots. 6 of Cups is here, definitely reflecting that. There's been, with the 7 of Wands, a lot of conflict, and you're learning how to stand your ground. You're learning how to have boundaries. And with that this week, and I'm also seeing that your money is having something to do with this in some way, or the things that you're creating, perhaps the life you're creating. And with the Chariot here, it's, you're ready, you've arrived to what you want to create, you have this vision, and not everyone's happy about it. And so this is something that is definitely coming up for you as far as what you know, but the people around you aren't exactly in support of that. And this unseelie queen for your higher self, she is truly watching over you. And the 9 of Cups is, she's definitely trying to guide you into really being content with the choices that you've made. You know where you must go. You know what you've got to do. And what's needed at this time is really that healing of the emotions. The Queen of Cups is in reverse, okay? So with this energy, and her message really is that you've got to get healed on some emotional stability. And by doing that, sometimes that's reflection. And if there's repressed emotions of upbringing, of childhood trauma, things like that, it's time to go with a spark of doing something new. If you haven't already, that means therapy. EMDR is a huge tool in therapy to assist in healing old wounds and repressed emotions and PTSD, and because it can create almost an energy of constant conflict within ourselves, where we're carrying our trauma, right, either in the trunk or in the front seat of the car with us. And so it gets in our way of really wanting to move with power in our life, if we are kind of anchored down with these things that are running in the background. And it can get in our way, but this is our future. This is your future self messages of going, if you choose to really take action on your healing journey of healing these repressed things, then you can move forward into this energy with the 10 of Cups, of really having the life you want, the joy you want. You know, this is a family. This is something that there's children. And it is a ripple. We pass on our childhood wounds and traumas if we don't take the time to heal them. Now, if we already have adult children and we've already passed that on, that is also, that's our karmic journey also with them. We as parents, no matter what, have some part in the way we muck up our kids. That's just the way it goes. But if we are on that start of our journey, before we have children or our children are young, we really have the ability, and even now, even if they're an adult, we have the ability right now to set off onto a healing journey of making change. I'm sorry, I can hear noise. We've got some construction going on. it's one of those things where at any stage we can shift some healing, shift some repressed feelings that are rolling off into our life, because if we do think that they're not, they are. And we can get this Queen of Cups upright in our life if we choose this, if we choose to really be that queen energy and choose something more, because you're capable of it. And when we tap into, because you've got a lot of goddesses here, this is very nurturing energy. This is your divine goddess self that's really asking you in this week to look at your life and what is the underlying energy that is not working, what's in your way for you to really feel and go through life in a way that you can build what you want to build. And it all starts with the spark of an idea, whether it be right here with you and me having this conversation that is drawing attention to something in your life that deserves a really hard look at. And your guides right here, power over difficulty, reclaiming your power. And when you choose something like finding yourself a great therapist, doing perhaps the work that requires really to take a look at why we show up the way we do in life. It is so important. Now, you Pisces are so intuitive to other people's energies and being very giving with your energy. The light aspect of your sign and your journey is that you're very giving, and that is such beautiful energy and how you show up in life. The shadowy aspect is that we give and we give and we give, but we're not taking the time to nurture and heal ourselves. We bankrupt ourselves emotionally. That's where that Queen of Wands, or Queen of Cups rather, is in reverse. We're not taking the time to heal, to rejuvenate, to do what's necessary for us to really embody that King of Swords energy of knowing what we want and doing it and having balance. The Six of Pentacles here and the Ten of Wands. So I'm hearing with this, if we are imbalanced in that energy, which the Queen of Cups is telling me that there's an imbalance here, it feels like a really big burden. Our loved ones feel burdensome to us because we're not caring for ourselves. We're not healing what is still oozing in our life. And when we don't do that, when we don't take the time, we have the Six of Pentacles energy. So what I'm hearing with the Six of Pentacles energy is, yes, this card can, the higher vibration aspects of this card is generosity and caring and everything else, right? The shadowy aspect is giving crumbs and acting like we gave a feast. So it's either because you're in a bankrupt spot and you are keep extending yourself, and so now you're just giving crumbs because it's really not from the fullness of our cup, that we are weighed down and burdensome, and we are bitter, we are feeling resentful to the ones we love, because now we just feel like we're giving and giving and giving, and yet we're not really giving. We're giving from empty cups. We're giving crumbs, or we're receiving crumbs, and the energy is that we're giving all we have because we haven't taken the time to really fill our cup, to heal those aspects of ourselves. We've been standing our ground and shoving boundaries but not really enforcing them, and so we're bankrupt. And so it's time to really go within, ask for assistance in life. And when we ask the universe for this healing, it will show up. Someone will say, oh, I know of a great therapist. I know of a great personal development course you can do, boot camp, retreats. There's so many things you can do to fill that back up so that you can really step into your life. And I love this energy of the Knight of Wands. It's passionate, it's robust, it's romantic, and all those things is how we step into life. And that's from the place that we give. And we can be that Knight of Cups. You've got two knights here. I mean, the encouragement is that if we don't take the time to heal, to replenish, to really have the reciprocity of relationships, give and take, give and take in a beautiful way. Because remember, giving and receiving, we can't, we can't have one without the other. And if we don't choose to also receive, then we are bankrupting ourselves, and we're not truly stepping into our life with this purposeful of emotions and fire and passion. And we're not only shortchanging ourselves, we're shortchanging the world of our gifts. So it's so important for that self-love, that goddess energy, because we start repressing our emotions, or we have been. And our emotions are very beautiful. They are showing us where we're at, and it's learning to navigate through emotions. Cups energy, Queen of Cups energy is she has emotional intelligence. And when we are not balanced, we vomit our emotions and feelings all over the people that we love. Our children, our partners, our friends, our family. And it does not work. And if you have, which is going into what's hidden, perhaps this, parental care. And this is very interesting energy, because it could be us as parents or our parents. And I'm actually hearing in this reading that, because it still boils down to us, it rolls to us, and it will roll to our children if we don't heal this stuff and take accountability and learn a different way. And what's hidden is, or what gets to be brought to attention is the healing of this. And I'm seeing between this message of the Seven of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, that it could be going to family members if it's parental care. If you've got some elderly parents that are deserving of some care, but it's their emotional care, they're transitioning into different times of their life, and sometimes as they get older, sometimes these things come out more. There's more guilt, there's more an attempt to control, there's things like that, right? And so I love that the Five of Pentacles is in reverse. This means that we're moving away from the energy of being left out in the cold. And maybe this is part of that, of being able to be there for your parents, but also know your boundaries. Most of us have been raised by parents that did the very best that they could. And in fact, I feel like they did the best they knew how, because it was how they were raised. Yes, there are just some bad eggs in the world. There just is. But the majority of parents, they do what they know. And that's why it's so important for us in the role that we take in life to be the ones that stop toxic cycles. And when we do that, the Hierophant is here. So this can be belief systems, it can be religious systems, the countries we're raised, and how that patriarchal influence is in life, by perhaps a lot of power struggles between masculine and feminine roles, domination, things like that. We see it. I feel like we're really moving into, well, that goddess era of tapping into the importance of both energies. One is not superior to the other. We can't truly have beautiful, harmonious creation without masculine or feminine energies. And so we must find that balance between the two. And it's no different in the structures that we see in home life and in parents and all of these dynamics. This is something that, if it was toxic, or it in their later years has become toxic, or your parents really want to control your life, it's time to heal these wounds. Time to stand for truly yourself and your journey, and that it's different than your parents, and you can't please everyone. All you can do is stand in your authentic truth. And so I'm hearing this with this week to really get clear on your ability to power through difficulty, and to really tap into the goddess energy and the moon energy of healing that. So there's a lot here. This was a lot of information, but you've got this. And like I said, seek assistance if you have a lot of repressed emotions and healing to do. This is not a solo journey. This is not. And we now have the ability with therapists and beautiful technologies to really move past healing, move through healing and wounds. So I really do hope that this shines some light on your journey this week and assists you in finding your truths and your healing. And I look forward to seeing you next week, and of course any of my other videos that will serve you in the messages that are for you. So I will see you then. Have a great week, Pisces. Bye.